now what could happen in this final map.
Yeah, I mean, if you're looking at this leaderboard and you say, even if we drop 50 and take a win, we get 100 points, right? You're looking at this leaderboard going, we are just not getting anywhere near close to like substantial money. So you're going to land in this map and say, all right, let's have some fun. Let's see how many eliminations can we get. Let's just kind of play out and just start pushing teams and trying to come online. And I think that's a really solid thing. Time and time again, do we see game sixes are usually the games that go the fastest, right? Teams are just kind of like, all right, let me just get out of here. I want to go do something else. So let's just see how many eliminations we can get.
Yeah, especially when there's nothing on the line except for top 5, you got to just go for broke. I mean, I think if you're in like 12th to 15th place or so, like maybe with a gigantic game, you just need to full send everything you see. So what that's going to queue up is you're going to see a lot of these teams down near the bottom of the leaderboard play spoiler to some of these teams on the bubble. Could chalk their tournaments as well. So watch out for that. We'll try to call it out as we see it. We're going to try to just stick with the top 10 teams, realistically the top 8, all the way through this final map to see who will win it all. Again, frankly, we probably know already who gets first, but there is a crazy amount of cash for second, third, and even fourth and fifth. Lots of money still on the line for a lot of these players. So let's see what happens as we tune into one of the teams that we frankly thought would be leading the pack, and they haven't been. This Shifty squad, a really, really strong team. They just haven't been able to piece it together at maximum efficiency, but they're in the mix. They're there. They have an opportunity.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's kind of what it seems like for me every time I've seen them, right? Like, I feel like they are playing a little bit too aggressive because we always see them in these like 2v4 situations, right? It's always like Crinks and Shifty trying to make something happen. Sometimes we come on over, Knight is sitting on a rooftop with a sniper and he's finding picks across the map, which is great, but it's just not what you want to have. You need to be piecing teams apart. You need to be flying through the map and just kind of steamrolling. And I think that team has the possibility to, just maybe they haven't been able to make it on happen. So map number 6 could be the one, right? I mean, I would not be surprised to see Shifty drop, 20 plus eliminations for the win anyway. Back on board, Esman, he finds Invader in the gulag. Made it look a little too easy.
Yeah, a little too easy for being the only player alive. Oh, it looks like, okay, there was one more. I thought that was back against the wall. That color I could not see. It was like fading into the background there for the other teammate on the bottom left corner of the screen. So, whew, a little mixy. Seems like Testman's team in trouble, but we can see our 4 box here. Some of our top teams still an opportunity to make some cash today. Bottom right-hand corner of your screen is a team I've got my eyes on with Ash Davis. This is a big one. After a monster last map, they pushed themselves all the way up to 5th place. Need to make a move here to get some extra cash. 5th is only $2 grand, which is still a great day in the office, but a lot of cash for a potential 3rd place spot at 8,000 instead. It's 4xing your money with 1 map of Warzone.
I'm just a little bit curious. I mean, their landing site is interesting to me because they're kind of out in the middle of nowhere, Coach. Like, let's be honest. Like, your rotations into a couple different areas are long and arduous kind of through the wide open spaces, right? You're playing in this sort of top left corner of the map. Maybe you can kind of rotate your way down into the blocks. Maybe you can kind of try and get to apartments, but you have your loadout, so hopefully you can make something happen. Back on board with Shifty. Moore's in hand. We know this kid's a sniper. Just a little bit off on some of those shots. You can see Cranks playing a little bit up ahead, trying to grab a redeploy balloon, maybe full send a team. I like this, right? You have the UAV. You're going to go ahead and pop it. You're going to gain information. Maybe if you're Shifty and Cranks, you just kind of stack on top of each other and maybe can finally take down one of these big squads.
Okay. Drop down with me then. Drop down with me.
Great shout. You'd like to. Got to open up a window of opportunity.
To my left or what?
Here we go. Slowly but surely clearing out the bunker. They've got the UAVs in hand. They know where these other teams are. And, well, it looks like a trap was laying in wait for him. Was that a couple C4s, rocket launcher? I don't know what that was, but it wasn't good. They're backing up, and it's a great play to restabilize. Couple plates in. I'll take a look at this again.
Thermal's coming in clutch. A C4 through the smoke. You're hitting something. I don't know what it is. The thermal barracks is going to be able to fly on through. You drop down the trophy system, hoping that maybe you can stop it in time. It doesn't look it. What? Hey, well, look on the other side. I'm seeing Delio go down at the hands of Juju. So Juju obviously doing a great job of even still just finding eliminations on their own. And I like this, Coach. This is something that we've seen kind of sometimes happen where you just kind of hit this 2-2 split. You got Juju and Knight playing one side. You got Shifty and Crinks on the other, and that's Benny Central just getting laser beamed through the smoke, taken on down. They've gained control of this area for now.
Yeah, that's tough, I gotta say. And we got a redacted sniper on the ground getting pinged by that team, running through the bunkers, getting some nice contraband loot. I like it. Not gonna be our claws. Anything goes, baby. Except for jailbreaks. But back to the Gulag. Testament now back against the wall. Looks like they still have one alive, but he's got to go again Gulag, and unfortunately not going to win this one. So only one player alive for that team. They cannot get their feet underneath them.
Mark.
Okay, really tough start. Oh my God! All right, Ashton Davis hits him with the Godzilla.
I'm so glad we caught that, man. That is wild. Jared FPS getting cooked down below, unfortunately, on the side of Crinks and Co. This team is pushing aggressively. They need it. They're in 6th place going into this one in trouble. One gets dropped. Can they get a follow-up? And Shuki's on the other side getting dropped as well, but they lose one. Nightmare playing spoiler. There's 2 teams down here.
I like this. At least Shifty's able to get the self-revive off. Back on up. And I like this. Just say, hey, push on through. That's a squad wipe. Juju taking down Nightmare. Bringing them off the map. Juju's kind of carrying this team this game, if I'm being honest with you.
I think so as well. Race goes to the Gulag and doesn't win it. Fall Nets with the pistol cleanup. And that Krink squad is on 8 right now, so they're finding some nice value here in the bunker. There's still another team down here, though. It's that Juki's team that's not fully eliminated. It looks like somebody on the outside was able to get a buyback on Krink, so we'll have 1 in the skies right now, but 3 down below. And it's going to grab this loot and get into the mix, but ooh, wow, this is the outside, and apparently not going well on the outside.
Yeah, you see Huskers and Iceman Isaac getting shots on Ashton Davis. Not really great, but back underneath. Nav getting taken down by Shifty as they kind of weave in and out of this.
Okay. Let's go.
And the calls, they start to fly on through. Shifty looking for more blood. He's going to go ahead and hit this redeploy. Maybe you get yourself on top of this building. Yeah, you're seeing some of the pings go on out. Somebody trying to make a play for the buy. Somebody playing over towards Fire Station. Shifty, you might be able to find maybe somebody peeking their nose out. Not just yet.
Nice crack. Oh, no. Don't do it to him like that, Shifty. You spent years avoiding it. Now you're hitting the wall bangs on the cleanup, the Moors? Oh, come on. Can hear some people chirping on the timeline. My goodness, Shifty put that one out there later. That was foul.
Yeah, well, it kind of goes to show you why this Moors isn't allowed in competitive. Oh my gosh, hits the jump shot as well. I mean, I know we just got signed to Team Falcons here, Goj, but I don't know. You could do a 2 face up, my man, because that was insane.
Come on. The one-shot sniper's making this look crazy. Creek's coming in with the cleanup so they can play together. That was disgusting. Oh, I've been waiting to see some crazy clips of the Moors, and we've seen a couple decent ones, a couple shots out of the sky, but that might have to take the cake.
Yeah, I mean, back-to-back, you hit the wall bang, you're feeling good, and then he gets the jump shot as well, just up over the top. That team, you know, it's one thing for the wall bang to come on through, and you're like, okay, you got lucky. All right, whatever. But then to have the jump shot happen to you, talk about some chalked mental, okay? You are all of your dope just straight checked. It is gone. Game 6. You might as well put the controller down.
Quick 4-cam view to show some of the other teams. See everybody looking for blood, looking for some early action, and we've already lost 3 full squads, by the way, so definitely a bit more aggressive this time around in the early game. You saw Gardner top left. Looking to maintain and hold on to the position that they're in. They're in 2nd place. They're going to be walking away with 10K.
Read down.
Oscar's making a nice play here. Going to get a knock, which means it's a signal flare. We all push together. We all move as a unit. We win this 4v3, a thermite, and everything in between. Able to get a couple low. No cleanups yet. Can't quite spot him out, and it looks like the other team got a buy.
Able to hit that. You are playing the edge of zone here. Ooh, Husk. Peeks up over the top, a couple tags there. You saw that mobile buy start getting flown on in. You know, so somebody's over here. They throw a shoulder. Huskers, the shot is just a little bit off the mark. That would have been a huge pick to be able to grab. I have to go ahead and back on up, back on board across the map. This is the squad that's been kind of trying to slowly but surely make some moves across the map. Back on over here, pop off.
Bread's team, again, right there in the money, right there in the mix. They're currently situated in 4th place by only a point over that Ashton Davis, Z Smith, Mario Gooey guys squad. So watch out. Those 2 teams jacking back and forth on the leaderboard with a $3,000 spread between 4th and 5th. A lot riding on this game and this game alone. Got an early knock, but they trade one. Bread finds one through the smoke and cleans it up, no problem. How about a snipe? There you go. A couple thermal scopes will help out in these situations. The smoke and run strat, not quite as valuable, but only a couple kills across the board, and Bread's carrying the majority of them.
This is really interesting too as they move on in here to pop off. There is this black site, so somebody has control of this. They have this big UAV in this circle on the map, and they've kind of made their way into this sort of zone. So if anybody's paying attention to their map, maybe they're lurking nearby, they would know that Breadman has moved on in. But here we go. Our current leaders of the lobby, Rico and Zyro, Ouya, and Aydan. It's still pretty early on here. Aydan currently sitting on 5.
On this ping, I'm pushing this guy.
Gonna crack one, and I think Aydan's about to just get into the action here. He's got a nice help here. Nice play for the trades. Penny 2Y's Gonzo ball. Where are the rest of them in the smoke? Can't quite find him. No! Aydan falls here. The end of the world, but it's not ideal. Zyro's gonna find a couple off screen, but this team having to restabilize without Aydan. And I think without their fearless leader as well. So looks like just Booyah and Zyro left alive while Aydan's in the gulag.
And needs to win this gulag, but Advanced is going to gun him down. Only 12 eliminations for the team right now. So we kind of said, you know, you can't have a dud map number 6. Well, the only team that actually can is that one.
Yeah, I think they've frankly already done enough. I think the 12 kills, I think that's going to be enough to gap through competition up to where it's literally impossible. They, again, had an 81-point lead going into this one. They're going to win it, okay? Frankly, that's just what's going to happen. But the big question in my mind is who gets 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th. A lot of jockeying for a position here, and one banger map could take this whole thing and turn it on its head and upside down. So keep tapping in with some of our bubble teams here. Ashton Davis, bottom screen on the right-hand side. That's the team I'm looking out for again. A point behind 4th place in 5th going into this one. And it looks like they're in a bit of an action.
Oh shit, he's on the crane, he's on the crane, careful.
They would love to be able to make that happen. I know just jumping up there would feel so good to move from getting $2,000 to $5,000 as a quad. It would just feel so great. What's that work out to, like 2,250 a person? That feels way better than 500, right? Like something like that. So they're a little bit out of zone right now, Goj. They have to make their way on in. Is Shifty, Knight, Cranks, Juju. Having a pretty solid game so far already. Shifty currently sitting on 8.
Yeah.
I know that the other people have been frying as well all lobby. This is kind of one of those, just keep doing what you're doing, slowly make your way around the map. Just find your picks along the way.
Talk about a blender, my goodness. Barely able to stay alive. They're on 16 though. With wheels. That's a great start to this map.
Great start to the map, but I mean, I don't know if you're really feeling the best about it. You're playing with Jedrick Wills Jr. From the Cleveland Browns, an offensive lineman, and you got Wheels, Vice King, and Penny 2Ys as well. Not looking too hot on the leaderboard. I'm going to be quite frank with you, but I mean, hey, maybe this is the map. Maybe the pieces can fall into place that puts you maybe in that 5th place spot. Maybe you can squeak one out, but at least you can have the satisfaction that you had a great game number 6.
Yeah, big facts. Gotta stick with these bubble teams and see what they're doing. Full team of 4 again, so nice restabilization. Back on their feet, right on 6. This is a nice kind of consistent game for this quad, and we really got my eyes on this team to make some waves here in the final couple circles, especially if they can get some high ground. It's like Bread's gonna hit the double zip and keep flying. Z-Smith, big moment here for this team. Ashton Davis, we hit those. Z-Smith is known for his snipes, man. How about 1? How about 2? Can we get any cleanups? That would be huge for this team. Looks like there's another fight going on. He needs to get involved.
Wait, what'd you down? Deep on my live, far live. Yourself.
I love this. Smith hits the back-to-back. Even though you don't get the confirmation, I mean, the fact of the matter is those were 2 teams who were trying to come on over, right? So you just stop them in their tracks. You maintain that space. You hold it on through. The back on board with Shifty. He's already found 2. PRD in hand, the classic Shifty play. You come from the skies. You clean it on up. Can you find any more at the bottom? I'm seeing Skull down. Better than you down. Gotta fly on through. Sauce Gardner currently sitting in 2nd. No eliminations to his name, but I know that the rest of the team is frying.
Yeah, that team is in trouble, though. I think it's from this squad. They are sprinting to the buy. I think it was Shifty's team that was able to get the buy. Sauce team now under fire from the third party. In trouble, smoking and running, trying to get to some cover, and is able to do so. Replace back up. Sauce Gardner trying to get involved.
Play the build in our pops.
Slowly but surely, they can't spot anybody right now. They're trying to zone off any advances while they loot up and plate up. This is tough.
Oh, what the fuck hit me? I got C4'd.
Look at this. Look at that kill feed. I've seen Sauce go down. Lucky go down.
Wow.
Shifty trying to be able to go ahead and maybe...
Can we kill that kid on the roof?
Come on over. The UAV pops on out. You got somebody just laying in wait. Sorry, Z later. Maybe go back to content, my man. Maybe stick to the pub lobbies with Tim the Tap Man because yeah, you're just standing on roofs. We got Moors out here. Come on, man.
I think the problem is that rooftop not a bad one. I don't know if he knew that there was another team lurking. I mean, Shifty's team had to make a wide wrap into zone to get the buyback. You saw 2 players go down. But Z-Smith continues to grab bodies from distance with the Moors. This guy snipes, man. If you didn't know it about Z-Smith, welcome back to Warzone with Z-Smith. When you give him a one-shot sniper, it is game on. And speaking of game on, is that a soak on 14? The teams at the top are frying right now.
That is Soka on 14. And we're getting word that I believe Aydan's team is fully eliminated. So not really that big of a deal. They'll probably lock it on in. Even if Sauce Gardner and them have a wildly insane game, it would have to be so much work for them to overtake Aydan in first. But what you are doing here, if you are Sauce, you are securing your second place spot. Still a sizable amount of cash to be able to have as well. But a team that I think might be able to kind of hold a candle to them, it's this one. You got Juju, Crinks, Knight, and Shifty has just been going absolutely blatant with this Moors all game.
They have awoken in the final map. Back against the wall, skill on display. Shifty is making it work with his team. A regain, and they are right back into the mix, continuing to fry and fly around this map. And, well, spotted out the rat. Hello. See you later, team wipe. Down goes another, and I think that was Z-Laner getting wiped after a regain. He was just trying to play for some placement to try to get back into the mix again. That Z-Laner squad was right there. They had an opportunity, and I think getting cut down at this point means they likely aren't walking away with any cash.
Probably not. We've entered into the top 10 here, Goj, as we are looking for a 1.4 multiplier already. So if you found yourself a sizable number of kills, you've kind of done the hard work here. As Soka trying to maybe make a play into the gas. Yet again, I don't know how he does it so often. He's somehow maybe able to come on in, but somebody has his number. The smokes are there. He's dancing around, but somehow Lucky has been able to stay alive. They're currently on 23 right now. So if I'm Lucky, I am just playing the rattiest of rat plays to try and make it to that top 5.
Yeah, it's a great shout. I think it's worth mentioning too. Skullface, that's Gibbs' squad, fully eliminated. 8th place going into this one. Likely not making money. Destroys team. We saw Z-Laner get cut down. Not going to be making any money likely, but still a lot of map to be had as Lucky Shamu finally falls. And because of it, the team will fall with 23 kills. Will it be enough to catch first? Definitely not. Will it be enough to maintain second? Likely, but we're not going to count our chickens before they hatch, frankly, Dan, because anything goes when you have Shifty on 15 right now. If they can win this with a massive tally, there's a chance somebody catches second place.
I mean, the fact that Shifty's already currently on 15, I'd love to see what the rest of the team is on, because early on we saw them finding eliminations left and right as well. So even though Shifty has 15, I think, you know, the other 3 can at least, even if they add for another 15, that is having them feel so good. They've made their way up to this edge of zone. Z-Smith, Mario, Gooey Guy, Ashton Davis have. They need to hold this on through, but they're looking down into the gas, and I love that Z-Smith has this awareness saying, hey, you know, we just made this wrap up here. What if somebody does the same to us? We need to keep our backs here. We need to keep that in check.
Yeah, really need top 5. You've got to get a 1.6, and frankly, you need to win. Got to secure that cash. You got to win, and Z-Smith gets cut down from distance. Somebody's got ultimate high, and they got there early. It's Crafty playing. Spoiler. Welcome to the party, Crafty. Wheels getting cut down after a great map. They've got 18. Had 13, though, about 5 minutes ago, so not a lot to write home about comparatively. Still a good game, though. Got to feel good about it as we go back to Shifty, flying and frying, and unfortunately, he gets got down as well. Everyone falling, and no team will get fully eliminated. Look at it. We're still on aydan, but it is utter chaos. And right now, somebody on the flank and in front. Noobs' team playing Spooler. They had 29, but they're only getting a 1.4x. I don't know where we're going to land, but all I know is it is going to be so close in the middle of the pack, up there into second, all the way down to fifth.
A reminder, Team Juju, they were 6th coming on into this, but they were only a couple 25 points away from 3rd there. So really anything is possible, like Coach just said. Huskers, though, has been able to stay alive, currently sitting on 8. You love to see it, trying to maybe use this LTV as a little bit of mobile cover, but sees a smoke to the right when you have a thermal on the moors like this. You want to try and hit it. A couple of shots, though, will not bring that player down. It's going to be body shots. The pings are coming on through.
There's that 3rd place team going into this one. This is the team that cut down the Shifty squad, and they are in a blender as well. They were holding that Shifty team, and then they get held. And that's Nuka, Iceman Isaac getting a couple eliminations in the feed. They only had 7. But still, they get, I believe, the 1.6x. They had a decent game, might protect their 3rd place. I'm not sure, but we got to see this final fight and see who gets the 2x multiplier. This could be the difference maker and see who wins cash.
Maybe 2 can't take it on out. Huskers with the 180 flick. Somebody is from behind. The shots come on through. 17 for that team as well. So, you know, hey, you end your day with 17 eliminations, the win, 34 points. I don't know if that is enough for this team to really kind of feel good. They were in 7th. They had 108 coming into this game, but we had a lot of teams frying there, Goj. And Taylor, I know you were locked in right there with us, kind of letting us know everything that was going on the map. But whoo-wee, that was a great game, number 6, man.
It was a good game, and the thing is, those bubble teams that we were bringing up to the discussion after looking at the standings, right, going from 5 to 6, they stayed alive for as long as they possibly could, which makes things super interesting as we tally up the scores, which we're doing right now. There's, I think, a lot of moving about within the top 5. I really do. Outside of number 1, which is Aydan and Co., they're pretty much locked in. Hisoka and them pretty much locked in for number 2, which shout out to Sauce Gardner, by the way. An incredible day from him and his roster. We knew they were going to be a powerhouse roster, and they absolutely were. They delivered in every aspect. But we look at Noobs, Goj, 17 eliminations, top 3. They were also in the running where they were already, I believe, in 3rd place, if I'm not mistaken, going into game number 6. We looked at